Deshatarina. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today morning we continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 4. Does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
We
Krishna.
read that when Ambarīṣa Maharaj broke the fast and he just had little water, and then um, Muni got very, very angry. Durvāsā Muni got very, very angry, and then he created a demon, and then that demon was killed by Sudarshan Chakra, which was in protection of devotee Ambarīṣa Maharaj. And then Durvāsā, and then that chakra, Sudarshan Chakra, started following Durvāsā Muni, and then he went to the cave, he went inside the water, everywhere, but he wasn't not protected. As soon as he was not able to protect and he kept on running, then he went to the higher planets, and still he didn't find any protection. And then he went to Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma said that, I cannot, even I am dependent on Krishna only, so I cannot protect you. And then he went to Lord Shiva, and then Lord Shiva also couldn't protect him. And then at last he went to Vaikunta, and then he prayed to Lord that please protect me, nothing is impossible for you, even a person going to hell by your name, he could be relieved of it. So yeah, we read up till there that he was, for his life, for his protection, he was running everywhere, but nobody could protect him. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So that brings us to today's verse, text 63. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Sri
Bhagavan Uvacha
Aham Bhakta Paradhino
Aham
Aham
bhakta paradhino
Paradino
Hi Asvatantra Ivadvaja
He
He
asvatantra
Asvatantra
ivadvija
Ivadvija
Sadhu Virgrasta Hridayo
Sadhu
Sadhu
bhigrasto hridayo
Bhakter Bhakta Jana Priyaha.
Bhaktir
Bhakti
Bhakta Jana
Bhaktajana
Priyaha.
Priyaha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires, I sit only within the core of their hearts. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotees are very dear to me. All the great stalwart personalities in the universe, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are fully under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fully under the control of his devotee. So we heard Lord Brahma was saying, I am not independent of Lord Krishna. I'm dependent on Lord Krishna. When devastation happens, we are also all praying to Lord Krishna for his protection. Even Lord Shiva said that I am, even I get into the illusory energy. So everyone is controlled by Krishna. And here, what is Krishna saying?
That he's completely under control of his devotees.
Yeah, and he's using completely, he's saying completely under control. Not only under control, but completely under control.
Mhm.
He's saying, I'm not at all independent. He's using completely. So why is this? Now why? Because the devotee is anyabhilashita shunya. In other words, he has no material desires in his heart. His only desire is to think always of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and how to serve Him best. So this is why. Because the devotee is always thinking, how can I please Krishna? Because of this transcendental qualification, the Lord is extremely favorable to the devotees. Indeed, not only the devotees, but also the devotees of the devotees. So Krishna is saying, not only the devotees are dear to me, not only am I under the control of the devotees, but also the devotees are very dear to me. Those who are devotees of my devotees are dear, he's saying. Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, Chadiya Vaishnav Seva Nistar Paye Chekeba. Without being a devotee of a devotee, one cannot be released from material entanglement. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu identified himself as Gopi Bharatu Padakamalayur Dasa Dasa Anudasa. Servant of the servant of the servant of who? Of the maintainer of the gopis. So Lord Chaitanya is not saying I'm directly the servant of Krishna, but I'm servant of the servant of Krishna. Thus he instructed us to become not directly servants of Krishna, but servants of the servant of Krishna. Devotees like Brahma, Narad, Vyasadeva, and Sukadev Goswami are directly servants of Krishna. And one who becomes a servant of Narad, Vyasadeva, and Sukadev, like the six Goswamis, is still more devoted. So direct servants here, we hear Lord Brahma directly, he is serving Krishna directly. Narad Muni, direct. Vyasadeva also directly. Sukadev Goswami is also mentioned as directly servant of Krishna. So becoming their servants. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur therefore says, Yasya prasadat bhagavad prasada. If one very sincerely serves the spiritual master, Krishna certainly becomes favorable to such a devotee. So because Krishna is saying that my devotee's devotee are also very dear to me, here we can understand. So in the Guru Vashtakam, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, by pleasing the spiritual master, one pleases Krishna. By displeasing him, one cannot please Krishna. So one can attract the mercy of Krishna by pleasing the spiritual master. Following the instructions of a devotee is more valuable than following the instructions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. So the devotee is teaching us to follow Krishna's instructions. He's teaching us how to follow Krishna's instructions. Krishna is saying, surrender to me. And the pure devotee is teaching us how to surrender to Krishna, how to please Krishna. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Naham Atmanam Ashase
Naham
Nam
Atmanam Ashase
Madbhakte Sadhubhir Vina
Madbhaktir
Madhvakti
Sadhugirvina
Shriyam Chyantikim Brahman
Shri
Shriyadikam
Chaitanya
Brahman
Brahman
Yesham Gatir Aham Para.
Yesham Tir
Yeshatit
Aham
Aham.
Para.
O best of the Brahmanas, without saintly persons for whom I am the only destination, I do not desire to enjoy my transcendental bliss and my supreme opulences. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is self-sufficient, but to enjoy his transcendental bliss, he requires the cooperation of his devotees. In Vrindavan, for example, although Lord Krishna is full in himself, he wants the cooperation of his devotees like the cowherd boys and the gopis to increase his transcendental bliss. So Krishna, he's Atmaram. He, he's pleased by himself. He doesn't need any external endeavor. But he likes to have pastimes with his devotees. He, you see, he's always with his devotees. He says, I enjoy with my devotees. He wants always to be with his devotees. He's either with the cows, or he's either with the gopas, or the gopis, or his mother. Or, he's always with his devotees. Such pure devotees who can increase the pleasure potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are certainly most dear to him. They make him enjoy more. Yeah. He enjoys more and more when he is with the devotees. Not only does the Supreme Personality of Godhead enjoy the company of his devotees, but because he is unlimited, he wants to increase his devotees unlimitedly. Thus, he descends to the material world to induce the non-devotees and rebellious living entities to return home back to Godhead. He requests them to surrender unto him because, unlimited as he is, he wants to increase his devotees unlimitedly. So Krishna is unlimited. He enjoys unlimitedly. And he has unlimited devotees also. He wants everyone to come back to the spiritual world and enjoy with him and increase the unlimited pleasure. Prabhupada is saying he wants to increase his devotees unlimitedly. The Krishna consciousness movement is an attempt to increase the number of pure devotees of the Supreme Lord more and more. So because this is Krishna's desire, he wants everyone to come back to the spiritual world. He wants everyone to become a pure devotee. So Krishna consciousness movement is following in the footsteps, is increasing the number. That's the attempt to 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 make everyone pure devotee of Krishna, to bring everyone back home, back to Godhead. It is certain that a devotee who helps in this endeavor to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes indirectly a controller of the Supreme Lord. Although the Supreme Lord is full in six opulences, he does not feel transcendental bliss without his devotees. So here, so anyone who is helping Krishna to fulfill his desires becomes dear to Krishna. Um, Krishna comes under his control. We see so many times how Krishna, he, like Madhavendra Puri, for example, he had not eaten, but Krishna came, brought him a pot of milk and said, no, you please have some milk. So Krishna serves his devotees then because they are so dear to him. Krishna, here Prabhupada is saying, does not feel transcendental bliss without his devotees. He enjoys with his devotees. An example may be cited in this regard is that if a very rich man does not have sons in a family, he does not feel happiness. Indeed, sometimes a rich man adopts a son to complete his happiness. The science of transcendental bliss is known to the pure devotee. So, always we are alone, there's not that much enjoyment. But when we are with someone, the enjoyment increases, right? When we are doing something nice, and then when we are doing it with others, then the joy is more. You can share with others the experience, and so then we also feel more happiness. Therefore, the pure devotee is always engaged in increasing the transcendental happiness of the Lord. So Krishna feels happy and happier unlimitedly with unlimited number of devotees. And so the pure devotee wants to please Krishna, wants to increase Krishna's bliss. So he always is trying to make more and more devotees to join Krishna in his pastimes. Is that okay?
Yes, and the purpose why he wants also is to get them back, right? Home to
Y-
his.
Yeah, yeah. He wants to
Go
all
and
of us to
return.
come back. He's
Yeah.
saying, why you want to suffer here in this material world? Come and enjoy with me. A life full of bliss, eternal life full of knowledge. Yeah, he wants each and every one. He knows this material world we are suffering. He's saying, don't suffer here, come back. So any devotee who helps Krishna in this endeavor, or who serves Krishna with this endeavor, bringing everyone back, becomes very dear to Krishna because he understands Krishna's desire. So he's very dear to him. Okay. Ye dara gara putrapta
Ye Daragara Putrapta
pranan vittam imam param
Pranan
Pranam
Vittamimam
Imam
Param
Param
hitva mam sharanam yata
Hitva Mam
Hitvam
Charanam
Sharanam
Yata
Yata
katham tam tyaktum utsahe.
Katam
Katam
Tam
Tam
Yaktum
Sartum
Utsahe.
Utsahe.
Since pure devotees give up their homes, wives, children, relatives, riches, and even their lives simply to serve me, without any desire for material improvement in this life or in the next, how can I give up such devotees at any time? The Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped by the words Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. Thus, he is the well-wisher of the Brahmanas. Durvāsā Muni was certainly a very great Brahmana, but because he was a non-devotee, he could not sacrifice everything in devotional service. Great mystic yogis are actually self-interested. The proof is that when Durvāsā Muni created a demon to kill Mahārāja Ambarīṣa, the king stayed fixed in his place, praying to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and depending solely and wholly on him. Whereas when Durvāsā Muni was chased by the Sudarshan Chakra by the supreme will of the Lord, he was so perturbed that he fled all over the world and tried to take shelter in every nook and corner of the universe. At last, in fear of his life, he approached Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and ultimately the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was so interested in his own body that he wanted to kill the body of a Vaishnava. Therefore, he did not have very good intelligence. And how can an intelligent person be delivered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The Lord certainly tries to give all protection to his devotees who have given up everything for the sake of serving him. So Durvāsā Muni, you know, to he got upset, and because he was angry, he wanted to kill a Vaishnava, right? So this is what here we are understanding, that he didn't have very good intelligence because he wanted to do that. He was more concerned to maintaining his own body. So we can see that mysticism may not give us devotion, you know, but a devotee, he gets devotion to Krishna, devotional service. He gives up everything for Krishna. He's not attached to anything then. He uses everything he has in the service of Krishna. He may have a home, wife, children, riches, relatives, own life, everything dedicated for service of Krishna. And some of them give up everything. And we see the six Goswamis, they gave up everything to serve Krishna. They were very, very opulent, you know, powerful positions. But what they wanted to do was just serve Krishna. So they gave up everything. Srila Prabhupada, he gave up everything to serve Krishna. Another point in this verse is that attachment to Dara, Gara, Putrapta, home, wife, children, friendship, society, and love is not the way to achieve the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who is attached to earth and home for material pleasure cannot become a pure devotee. Sometimes a pure devotee may have a habit or attraction for wife, children, and home, but at the same time want to serve the Supreme Lord to the best of his ability. For such a devotee, the Lord makes a special arrangement to take away the objects of his false attachment and thus free him from attachment to his wife, home, children, friends, and so on. This is special mercy bestowed upon the devotee to bring him back home, back to Godhead. So sometimes a pure devotee, he wants to serve the Lord, but he may still have this material attachments. So for him, the Lord may make arrangement to take away the material attachment. So then somebody may get scared. Oh my God, if I become a devotee of Krishna, Krishna is going to take away everything from me. But here is said that for the pure devotee, because he has the pure desire to serve Krishna, but somehow or the other he still has some material attachment. Then Krishna makes this arrangement. This is Krishna's mercy. So here Krishna is saying that the pure devotee, he sacrificed everything for me. He's not attached to anything. So how can I not protect such a devotee? Of course I will protect him because he's completely dependent on me. It's like a child, you know. It's completely dependent on the mother. So then the mother is always protecting the child, feeding the child. When the child is just born, newborn, cannot do anything. So completely dependent on the parents, right? On mother, father. And mother, father, they then completely protect the children. Mai nirbadda hridayam
Mayi
Mai
nirbhata hridaya
hridaya
sadhava samadarsanam
sadhavaha
sadhava
samadarshana
samadarshana
vashe kurvanti mam bhaktya
vashe
Namaste
kurvanti mam
Kurvanti Mam
bhaktya
Bhaktya
satstriya sapatim yatham.
satstriyah
Satpatim
satpati
Yata.
As chaste women bring their gentle husbands under control by service, the pure devotees, who are equal to everyone and completely attached to me in the core of the heart, bring me under their full control. In this verse, the word Samadarshana is significant. The pure devotee is actually equal toward everyone, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 1854. Brahmabhuta prasanatma na shochati na kankshati samasarveshu bhuteshu. Universal brotherhood is possible when one is a pure devotee, Pandita Samadarshana. A pure devotee is actually learned because he knows his constitutional position. He knows the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he knows the relationship between the living entity and the Supreme Lord. So, pure devotee is equal to everyone. We hear in Bhagavad Gita that he's seeing um, dog eater, everyone has the same universal brotherhood. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu, equal to all living entities. So this is a pure devotee because he's understood who am I, he's understood who is God and what's my relationship with him. So because he has this complete knowledge, thus he has full spiritual knowledge and is automatically liberated, Brahmabhuta. He can therefore see everyone on the spiritual platform. So he doesn't see the outward dress. He understands that this is all dress, but he sees the soul, understands every living entity is a soul. You know, like when we see people, we don't judge them by their dress, right? You know, we see the person. not the clothes they are wearing. So here, the learned Brahmana is not even seeing the body, but he's seeing the soul. We are seeing the body. But the pure devotee, he's seeing the soul. He's seeing everyone as spirit souls. He can comprehend the happiness and distress of all living entities. He understands that what is happiness to him is also happiness to others, and what is distress to him is distressing for others. Like when you taste a drop of ocean water, we know the full ocean is salty. So the pure devotee understands what's giving me happiness is also going to give happiness to everyone else. And what's making me sad, that's going to make everyone sad too. Therefore, he's sympathetic to everyone. So this is the pure devotee. As Prahlad Maharaj said, Shochetato vimukha chetasa indriyartha maya sukhaya bharam udvahato vimudhan. Bhagavatam 7:9-43. People suffer from material distress because they are not attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A pure devotee's chief concern, therefore, is to raise the ignorant mass of people to the sense of Krishna consciousness. Because devotee understands that true happiness is only in Krishna consciousness, and that the material world is full of suffering. And so that's why he wants everyone to become a devotee. Any comments? The more we are, I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, it's like what we had read before with transcendental service. I mean, bhakti, the devotee gets knowledge and detachment automatically.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's what
And like, this is
happens.
Krishna himself speaking, like this is Bhagwan Vacha.
Yeah,
Lord himself is speaking.
yeah,
So like we think that like so many times he has come for his devotees, so many times, like he's speaking himself, so many
yeah,
instructions he himself has given. We have seen throughout Srimad Bhagavatam.
yeah,
And it's always same.
yeah, yeah. So you can see how the devotee is so dear to Krishna. Yeah, how the devotee is completely under Krishna's protection. Yeah, as you say, he keeps saying it.
Even during Prahlad
He
Maharaj, he
shows
said that,
it.
yeah, it shows, and
He shows
like
it.
how nobody was able to control. He was so much in anger, but it was only his pure devotee, Prahlad Maharaj, who could ease him in that moment,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
So he's completely like this is again proved he's completely under his devotee's control. He's completely controlled by devotee. He's saying it himself again and again and again. So
Yeah.
like this is so
And he's God, huh? He's God. He's controlling everyone. Everyone is under his control. The full material world is under his control. But he's under control of his devotee.
Devotee and
yeah.
also like the servant of the devotees.
Yes, yes. He's also the control of the servant of his servants. He's saying they're also very dear to me. So we should try to serve the devotee so we can become dear to Krishna also.
I think I remember that's why Srila Prabhupada said in one of the lectures that I have given the Tulasi Pranam mantra like in the morning because Tulsi ji can give you bhakti because that's why we always ask the devotees. She's a big devotee of Krishna. The Guru
Yes.
Pranam mantra we are doing in the morning. So he said that that's why if you're doing all these in the morning, then it's a perfect way, it's a shield for you. Then you are ready to face the world
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah. Tulsi Devi, yeah, she's a devotee of Krishna.
Yeah.
So by serving her, yeah, we also want devotion.
The Tulsi Pranama.
Yeah, Tulsi Pranam, Tulsi Aarti.
Mm.
Yeah, so serving the devotee. That's why there's worship of also, worship of Guru Puja goes on.
Hmm.
Every morning we do the Guru Puja.
Hmm. And then
So,
the Sunday programs are for this only, he said, so that you can go and you can, like, who cannot go every day, who don't have temples open every day, at least they can go on Sunday and have the association and serve each other, the devotees and everybody.
yeah, that's right. Serve the devotee. We saw Narad Muni serve those Tattvavadis. He served the
Hmm.
devotees
Hmm.
and he became Narad Muni. So, service to the devotee, very, very powerful. That's how one can become dear to Krishna, being a servant of the servant. Matsevaya pratitam te
Matsevaya
Matsevaya
Damte
Pratitanti
salokyadi chatushtayam
Salokya Adi Chatushtayam
Chatursti
nechanti sevaya purna
Nachanti Sevaya Purna
kuto nyat kala viplutam.
Kuto Anyat Kala Viplutam.
My devotees who are always satisfied to be engaged in my loving service are not interested even in the four principles of liberation: Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, and Sarshti, although these are automatically achieved by their service. What then is to be said of such perishable happiness as elevation to the higher planetary systems? Srila Bilva Mangal Thakur has estimated the value of liberation as follows. Mukti Swayam Mukulitanjali Sevate Svan Dharmartha Kama Gataya Samapratik Shaha. Bilva Mangal Thakur realized that if one develops his natural devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mukti stands before him with folded hands to offer all kinds of service. In other words, the devotee is already liberated. There is no need for him to aspire for different types of liberation. The pure devotee automatically achieves liberation even without desiring it. So, devotee, he's just engaging in devotional service. And that's how he gets liberated. The pure devotee who's constantly engaging in devotional service at all time, at all moment, he's liberated. He's understood, I'm not the body. I'm spirit soul. I'm servant of Krishna. I have loving relationship with Krishna. Let me serve Krishna. And he's serving Krishna. So he's already a liberated soul. He does not need to first separately try to get liberation, make different processes for liberation. No, he's already liberated, the pure devotee. So, and here Krishna is saying he's not even interested in the four principles of liberation. Krishna is not even speaking of Sayujya Mukti. Sayujya Mukti we say the devotee does not want. But he also doesn't want Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, and Sashti. What he wants to be with Krishna. He wants to serve Krishna. You have a loving relationship with Krishna. He's not satisfied just to be on the same planet or look like him or be near him or have his opulences. But a pure devotee actually gets all of them, you know. But he doesn't want any. He just wants Krishna. He's not endeavoring for any of these. Because he's with Krishna. He has the same, he has transcendental body like Krishna. His opulence is like Krishna, but his mood is, I want to serve Krishna. So he's not aspiring for any liberation. Then of course he's not aspiring to go to any heavenly planet either. He knows that heavenly planet, what will I do there? It's so temporary. Perishable happiness of the heavenly planets. So devotee just wants to please Krishna, and for that he can do anything. How can I please Krishna? And because of this mood, then the devotee is so dear to Krishna. It's a loving relationship between Krishna and his devotee. Is that okay?
Yes.
Should we stop here?
Yeah, it's a long one.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Jai.
Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare
Jai.
Krishna. Thank you.